Now we have heard it.
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm ready. I don't know. I didn't get this out. Sorry. That just hit me. I talked about it to you and then didn't get it out. I'll just keep it right there. I'm up too far. That's better. Now I'm more in the frame like you are, right?
It's
Of course, you can also see all my snacks.
okay. You can see my baby bassinet.
Hi, Stitchers.
Hi, I'm Keisha.
I'm Laura. Welcome to the Pattern Queens, episode 157. Today is Sunday, September 15th, and this is a channel about cross stitch.
And friendship and rambles and lots of shenanigans and talking about what's in frame for us. And mine is still the baby bassinet, but in a couple of months, this thing gets to leave, and I'm so excited. It's a huge thing that takes up so much space in our bedroom, and it's been here because it's a huge thing. It's been here since James was a baby,
Oh,
and we're ready to get it
I
out of
bet you're ready. And
here.
and I don't know if you just saw the back of my chair move, but mine was about why am I holding up my own head when I can just move the back of the chair and not have to do it?
Perfect.
So we want to welcome you all to our video. Thank you for being here with us. We hope you enjoy what you see and what you hear. And we would encourage you to grab a project, sit down, and stitch along with us. We always like to hear what you're working on while we're yakking away.
For sure.
So, Keisha, what's new with you this week?
There's not a whole lot new this week. This week is about getting all of the work stuff done and looking forward to next week because next week, before we meet each other again, I get to go to a fancy gala for work. And my mom is coming down to watch the boys, so I get to go have a date night with my husband, and I'm very excited. So I'm just looking forward to
Oh,
next week's update for you guys. It really is like a get dressed up sort of event, and I'm excited.
you'll have to make sure you get pictures,
Oh yes, yes. I'll make sure that my mom takes a picture of us before we leave as boys are clinging to her. It'll be fun.
like prom night, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Do a pose in front of our door, do a pose by the car. What's new with you?
Well, excuse me, it's just been another adventurous week at school, as it usually is. I've heard fabulous things from kids. I had one little girl who doesn't talk a whole lot. She's one of my ELL kids, but she looked at my fingers and saw my pink nails, and she said, I have pink. And so the next day when she came in, she had her mom paint her fingernails pink, so we matched.
Oh.
And I told her, oh, I'm going to change mine over the weekend, which obviously I haven't done yet. But I've promised her she's one of my Muslim girls. So she had henna on her fingertips. They had evidently let them play, and then they had put like a flower in the middle of her palm. So
Oh.
it was real pale up at the top. And I said, I have nails this color. My nails will be this color next week, but sparkly. So
Mhm.
I have to make
Oh,
that happen.
yeah, for sure.
Interactions with kids are always funny.
Mhm.
But Keisha and I were talking a little before the video, and the first day of fall will actually be next Sunday, the 22nd, here in the United States.
Mhm.
So I have been to the apple orchard again because Katie wanted more cider. And she brought home a caramel apple, which we're going to cut in half and share today. Uh,
Ooh.
but I want to ask, what are your favorite things about fall? And do you have outings that you plan? Do you have foods that you think you need to eat? We've been to Trader Joe's about I don't know, 4 or 5 times because Katie needs everything pumpkin spice.
Yes, yes. Let's see. Um, we always go to the pumpkin patch, to a pumpkin patch. It's been the same one the past couple of years just because it's close to us, but we
And it
like to
has
go
a
out.
maze, right?
It does have a maze. We haven't done the big maze. They have like a little maze for the little kids that we've done, which was fun because my mom got turned around in that maze with my son. And I'm like, it only has one path and you can see over the top. Just keep going forward, Mom. Keep going forward. Is, whenever you're trying to wrangle a toddler, it's easy to get turned around. So we always go out to the pumpkin patch, which means that I always get the cider donuts out there. So that's exciting.
Okay.
I think about that a lot. And then we usually go to the local theme park here because they have like a little trick-or-treating thing and we dress James up in costume. The city that I work for also has a fall festival where a lot of the different community organizations come out and pass out candy and have little games and things like that. So we always take James there, but it'll be Owen's first Halloween. So we'll see how all of our usual
Fun.
things go with that.
That'll
So,
be fun. While
mhm.
we were at Trader Joe's, Katie found me a felted pumpkin, and I should have just brought it over. It's pretty good size. It's about this big around, and it'll stand about this tall, and it's for my desk. It's going to be so huge. I don't know that I'll really put it on my desk. I may put it behind me, but the
Oh,
kids will love it.
oh, for sure. For sure.
The
We
other
got
fun, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say we got little pumpkins like that in one of the Halloween boxes from Black
Yes.
Needle Society. A little black one and a teal one. And the teal one surfaced earlier this week. They were both taken by James, which is fun. So I don't know. He must be ready to decorate for fall too.
Um, I have recently printed some photos from my life, and
Mhm.
they're on my desk at school. And a couple of them feature Keisha and I together. So, and one features you and I and Katie. Can you think where that would be? The
Uh,
world's
is it
largest.
at the world's largest truck stop? I was gonna say there are a few pictures of all three of us, but oh,
Yeah, the kids love that. They love being able to. So our desks have magnetic fronts, and
man.
Amy's has a magnetic front and side. Mine only has a side this wide. Mine is
Mhm.
a very different desk, but the whole front is magnetic. So um I can put all sorts of pictures on there, and the kids just love it because they get to see different things about us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Your teachers are a mystery whenever you're younger. It's always fun to like try to figure it out.
Yes. Oh, and my big mystery is that I will not tell the kids how old I am. And it
Oh,
makes the only reason that I won't tell them is because it makes them nuts.
right,
I have
right.
never told the kids how old I am.
That's so funny.
It's so good. So,
Mhm.
anyway, that's enough of that. Do you suppose we ought to get into some actual cross stitch stuff?
Yes, that sounds good.
I have one item of stash.
Okay, I have a little bit of stash too. Do you want to go
Okay,
first?
sure. I got my fabric of the month from Color and Cotton, and this one is called Dandelion. I get a 32 count linen.
Mm,
I've left that folded in half just so you can see the
that's
color. It's
beautiful.
really pretty. I think it's going to be a great neutral.
Hmm.
So that was my stash this week.
Wow, very nice. So I had put in an order to 123 Stitch because Lara and me and a few of our friends are going to start Izzy DeCan from Silver Creek Samplers. And it says Izzy DeCan, Booze and Spirits, Casket Aged. And I just think it's so much fun. So I bought the pattern so that we can start that, but then I bought fabric. So I am going to
Ooh.
use um, a piece of 40 count Valor from Picture This Plus for it.
That's
And it's a little,
pretty.
yeah, it's a little bit greener than it's showing up there, but I love Valor, and um I was just like, I gotta have it for that. And then I also bought, next month we're planning on starting Orange Tree Sampler, which I already had this, but I was just going to show what it looks like. And I actually just bought the called for fabric for this. I bought a piece of vintage country mocha for it, and I'm going
Oh,
to do it on
pretty.
36 count.
So
So,
okay, hold that up again.
okay.
I have fabric in with it. Mine would maybe be a little dark.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to do a floss toss and see. But
And
I
see
was
if the
thinking
oranges would work.
when you said that could be really pretty.
Mm-hmm. And then I bought all of the floss for both of those projects. But I don't know. I've still got to do a little bit of playing. I have a couple of blacks, overdyed blacks that I've gotten in different things that I might pull to do the letters on that. So I'm still kind of playing and figuring out what I'm going to do with that project.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
I was fishing here because since you talked about Izzy Decayan,
Mhm.
have you seen her new pattern that she just spread out at Needlework Market?
No, I haven't.
It's Silver Creek Samplers,
Mhm.
right? Yep,
Yeah.
that's the right one. Okay. And it's Hag's Bag Shoutique.
Oh,
So
funny.
cute. So it says the Hag's Bag Shoutique, cursing souls, SOLES, since 1692. And I like the eyeballs in the shoe
Yes,
and
that's
the little
funny.
black cat down there.
Oh man, you could have just like a collection of signs for random businesses.
What I
Just
gotta
hang.
tell you is that I have not been really excited about stitching um Halloween pieces, and
Mhm.
then she keeps doing this to me.
Ah.
I suppose that's not a bad thing, right?
Right, right. But you have to have something for October.
Was that all of your stash?
That was all of it.
Okay. I am going to start then with whips because I know I have a couple
Mhm.
extra, right?
Yes, yes. Mhm.
Okay. First is my work piece, Coffee Quaker by Heartstring Samplery. And this one I'm stitching on a piece of 28 count vintage linen from Zweigert. And this one is really interesting. I mean, I've only done a couple of motifs because I
Mhm.
work on it at school for like, oh, 10 to 15 minutes a day. But that's where it is. Oops,
Oh,
one
nice.
corner. There we go. That's where it is. So I did finish
Hmm.
this big crazy one. I did this one and I moved over. This is going to be a bird. Those are the bird's legs.
Okay.
And it'll be a pair of little birds with a little motif in between them. It's kind of fun to see this. I mean, it almost makes me think of when you did 25/7 and you
Hmm.
really tried to stick to 25 stitches.
Yeah.
I get a few more than that in my 10 minutes, but it's not, I mean, it's not much more than that. So
Right.
it's kind of fun to see these tiny little bits of things
Yeah, it's
that I get
interesting to
done.
see how things come along whenever you whenever you do things that way.
Yes, so it's really interesting to do that.
Hmm.
This is in a Judy bag. Love
Oh,
that. All the coffee, and then it repeats that checkered pattern on the inside. Okay, and how about one more?
all right, go ahead.
The other one that you guys see every week is my long dog, Life After Death. And Keisha and I were talking about that we were both tired this week. So I am
Hmm.
short 500 stitches right now, but this is the
Wow.
quadrant I'm working in. And I did get the bottom, I don't know what to call it. This triangle I got completed. I think I put in the two little dogs and this stuff this week. and I put in 1,500 stitches. I love how whatever these are, I think they look like berries. I
Mhm.
love how those look with my variegated silk.
Yeah.
So I love it. I love it. I
Oh,
love it. And I can't believe that it will be done next month,
I know, that's amazing.
except for
I mean,
maybe back stitching.
yeah, it's really coming along quickly. You know, just as a person who sees it every week, it's really cool to just see what you do in a week with it. It's always exciting to
Yeah.
me.
It changes a lot, doesn't it?
It really does.
And
It's
I'm
very cool.
really excited to get to the top because
Oh, I'm
that's
sure.
where the whale and the big bull are. But that's the
Hmm.
deal, is that I've saved it so that I do that last because it's what I'm most excited to get to.
Right. Oh, so
So
exciting.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'll show you one of mine. So I have been working on Evening Stroll from Autumn Lane Stitchery. This came as a kit in their last Halloween box. And I've decided, I was trying to figure out what I was going to finish this month. So I've decided that this is what I'm going to finish this month. And so here's where I am on it.
Very
So
cool.
thanks.
You
She's
got a
really
lot
coming.
in, a lot of browns.
Yeah, I got all of the browns in. I've got all of this color orange. So now I'm working on a darker color. So all that I'll really have left, I mean, it's a lot because you can see the darkest orange is quite a bit of stitches. Um, and then there are beads in this. And then I have a moon. So I have a couple more colors and then the beads. There's still, oh, I could tell you how many stitches are left in it. I can find my spreadsheet. But I really did quite a bit of work on it this week. There are 1,875 stitches left in it, and that includes
Wow.
the beads. There's a little bit of back stitching, but it's not too extensive. So
I just looked and I have 14,699 stitches left. I'm under 15,000 and I didn't even realize it.
amazing,
And
amazing.
even with what I missed, I was doing 305 stitches a day, and really just because I do a number of links until I hit that number, I always go over by a little bit. So it says that I would have to do about 320 stitches a day, which is
Oh,
still within the same number of links I've been doing.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it doesn't really change a thing for me.
That's great.
That always makes you feel good, right?
For
Okay.
sure.
Last week I showed you in all things be exceedingly diligent. This is the first of my samplers for this week, and I should have pulled this through. I thought I would have a third day to go back in on this, but I was tired and I didn't get things done. But I'm really pleased with this. I'm just trying to get my needle to the back here. So I did finish. I think maybe I had the alphabet finished. So Sunday, I did this box over here.
Nice.
And I talked about that it looks brown to me on here, the background.
Hmm.
And the conversion that they have for the next one is because they changed to overdyes, is a blue. But I don't know that when you're back, you really notice that much difference. It's just kind
Hmm.
of a nice dark one.
Yeah,
So
very cool.
that's where that one is.
Nice.
What else did you work on?
All right. Well, I worked on the schoolhouse. Well, hold
Oh,
on. You can't see that at all.
brightness, brightness.
I worked on a blank white sheet. I worked on the Schoolhouse Rock Sampler from the Black Needle Society. This is on a piece of 32 count Wapo blue linen from Needle Bling Designs.
Like the happiest linen ever, right?
The happiest. So here's where I
Ooh,
am. I have put in the a lot of the colors that are underneath the words there. So it's Bright Happy Rainbow Week on this
yes. And
page.
it's kind of fill week, which sometimes when you're tired, that's nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I got smart and was like, well, if I just do the whole border, then I can just go up and fill in and around. So that's kind of what I did yesterday.
So
So
cool.
it's been fun. I'm always excited to pick this one up and work on it because it's so bright and happy, and it's going to be the model for that piece, even though that stitch along is done and there's no deadline on it, but I would like to get it done so that I don't have to in my pile anymore. Get it back to Katie. So
And we've been seeing lots of updates on this year's Magic School Bus. I think Katie calls it
yes.
Magic Field Trip, Sal.
Hmm.
We've been seeing lots of updates for that. If you guys have seen that online where people are posting, what we have so far is the phrase, oh,
Hmm.
get messy, make mistakes.
Yeah.
What's the other one? There's three of them. I can't
Take
think.
chances.
Take chances. There you go. And the bus is down below. And then they had big dark clouds, which we had a couple of people who said, I stitched that. One lady said, I stitched that when the power got knocked out at my house.
Oh no.
That was Linda that we met at camp this year with her
Yeah.
two friends.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, she did all the big thunder clouds and the lightning while the weather was going on. And this week, they got the chameleon.
Yes. Liz. Oh, well, sorry guys, my phone is just like it's hard to find a brightness level where you guys can see what's going on.
It's
There we
so
go.
fun though. And the color that you're using for Liz, for the lizard, is just beautiful. It's called Absinthe, and it's
Hmm.
from, oh, is it color?
Is that a week's?
I can't remember, but it is beautiful and it is just the most fun, bright one. If you're doing DMC for the whole piece, it's fine. We could not find a green that had the intensity that that one overdye does. So if you're doing DMC, they're going to look great. I would say
Hmm.
if you want to splurge, buy one overdye
Yeah,
and get that absinthe.
yeah, absinthe is weeks. It's a week's that works.
So it is so cool. I just
Yeah.
love it. It's been so fun to watch people doing this one.
Yeah, it's definitely one. I'll probably won't stitch on it until the whole thing's out, but I really want to stitch this one. Schoolhouse Rock. I liked it. It is fine.
It's
Magic
dense,
School
right?
Bus. Mhm.
But Magic School Bus is your jam.
Magic School Bus is like, what I watched in elementary school on video days. And there's a character named Keisha, so come on. Of course it's my
There you
favorite.
go. Yes. Okay, my next one that I pulled out is the Celtic Band Sampler by Homespun Samplar. Keisha, this is the one that I said, I don't know that you will ever even remember seeing this.
Yeah, no, I don't.
And I had a pretty good start on it. I'm doing this on a 32 count solo linen from Silkweaver, and it's really pretty. It makes me think of Days Gone By. I can't think who that was by, but anyway, there
Ooh.
it is. And I've been working this band, or I worked on this band, and
Hmm.
I only was able to work on it 2 nights. So you can see I'm very frustrated because I definitely would have finished the red. And then there is this gold that is the top and bottom border, um,
Hmm.
goes in the center of these flowers.
Oh, gotcha.
So I would have done that and like continued my line across and gotten that done.
Hmm.
Oh, and I'm using a black needle minder. That's from
Hmm.
Frogwarts.
Nice.
I think That one may still be in the vault because this is oh, I won't even get it right. The Swedish short snout.
Ah, oh, go up a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Up a little.
Go up.
Yeah, you can see it. There we go. Perfect.
So I thought, Celtic band sampler, it should have
Yeah,
a dragon on the pattern, right? For the needle
sure.
binder. And it
I don't
has
know.
nails on the
Ooh,
to house
fun.
it.
Yeah, both of my needle minders on my Schoolhouse Rock are both black needle ones, but I don't know. I don't know
Oh,
if they're still or
Society
not.
Stitcher.
I have Society Stitcher that just lives on things that I model stitch, and then this is the Saturday morning stitching one.
Fun. Okay, my last whip is from Heartstring Samplery, and it's Piece Band Sampler. This is the thing that I always think is fun about Heartstring Samplery. She gives you an inspiration story, and
Mm.
it's just fun. But I love this. It says, "Oh, I've been smiling, dreaming about the world as one, and I believe it someday it's going to come." So
Nice.
I love that. Um, it says it's a few phrases from a song written by Cat Stevens in 1971 called Peace Train. Now she
Mm.
did it all in one color. I should pull out I was at Color and Cotton, and who can decide on just one? So I have 5 pinks in there.
Beautiful.
And this is what I've started with.
Oh, wow.
So I love um how much that one changes. That is
Mhm.
Candy Hearts. And then this lighter pink that just has a little more subtle change is called Taffy.
That one's beautiful. I really like that one a lot.
And then I'm going to do all of my lettering in Aphrodite
Ooh, that'll look so good.
so that it'll stand out a little more.
Hmm.
And I have this one currently in a book sleeve I made. This just kind of felt like the whole piece.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Really cool.
and then fun stuff. Inside it's orange because it's all that kind of sunrise, sunset feel,
Hmm.
so you got to get some orange in there too, right?
Definitely.
So those are all my whips. I have today left on this one, and I am
Hmm.
really excited to have today left on this one because
Yeah.
I want to finish across this row. I don't have much to go, but I seriously fell asleep holding the needle.
Hmm.
And then I get to start the lettering, and I would love to get some lettering in and see that third color come to life. When I started, I was like this far across this band. So in
Oh,
two
okay.
days, I've done that.
Nice. That's awesome.
So anyway, that's the end of my whips.
Great. So
That was
plans,
fun.
I guess.
Yeah. I pulled out a couple of my next two. Uh,
Okay.
do you know what you want to do this next week, or do you want me to show mine while you're thinking?
Yeah, I can talk about what I'm going to do next
Okay.
week. So I put out the question last week about whether or not anybody cared if I only had a couple of whips or if you like to see
Oh
more of them.
yeah.
And everybody was so nice. And they're like, Keisha, do whatever you want. As long as you're stitching, it's fine. So thank you, everybody. I just get in my own head about things. Um, which means I am going to be working a lot more on Evening Stroll because I would like to finish that this month. And then I'll be working on the Schoolhouse Rock Sampler. I also want to bring back out ABC Dinosaurs because I do want to finish one of the dinosaurs this month as like my sampler piece that I'm doing. And if I have any time after all of that, I will bring back out Flying Pink Piggy. So
Oh,
those are
fun.
my plans.
Okay, now, you had a call for Death by Cross Stitch.
Oh, I did have a call. Well, I'll bring it out. I'll bring it out. Don't worry.
Ooh,
And then eventually, someday in September, we're probably going to start Izzy Decaying. So I'm excited
yes.
about. want to.
Which I may have ruined because we may have to pack boxes on the day that we've planned to start. Yes.
That's okay.
Um, also, I know that our friend who wants you to stitch on death is going
Mhm.
to be in town, and we're going to try and arrange a stitch night. So maybe you can work on it then
Okay. Well, I didn't know. This is new information, and if I do get to see that friend, I'll bring
at the beginning of
Duff.
October. So you would, that would leave your September still open.
Friend, if I get to see you, if we can work that out, I'll bring Death with me.
That means that they should bring their death by cross stitch also, right? So that you can
Sure, let's work on
have
it
them
together.
together.
Just because I
Um,
want to see
yeah.
yours.
So I was looking, and this week I have this to work on, a secret sky, and it's even called a Quaker sampler. Remember our
Uh-huh.
Stitch with Us, and we talked about that.
Mhm.
So this is by Modern Folk Embroidery. I love this. I just
Yeah.
love this piece. And there's a verse in here. This is love, to fly toward a secret sky, to cause 100 veils to fall each moment. I just love that.
Yes.
And it is such a pretty, pretty piece. So I started on this. Um, I think I've had this a couple of years. I'm just using a really pretty white linen, and my floss is by it's Silken Colors by the Thread Gatherer. I have Monsoon Sky and Lavender Blues because they only had two of this monsoon sky.
Mhm.
And so I got this Lavender Blues, which has just a tiny bit of purple in it. And I
Yes.
thought, like, I'll do the verse in that, and I'll just find a couple of other places to tuck it in.
Mhm.
But this is where I am.
Ooh.
And I wanted to test my border and make sure that I had left enough.
Right.
And yes, I have more on this side than I do on this side, but it'll be
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
You can see it's fun to finish one of those motifs, and I mean you get to just finish one and then go on. And really I think I'm in the middle of this one,
Mhm.
but I had counted up far enough that I could do this border all the way across. I love that it's in the middle of the piece,
Yes.
and it just kind of, it's not really the middle, huh? I have a long way, but how fun. And I'll get to do all of these bigger motifs and then all of these little things in between, like all of the little
Mhm.
crowns and the little
Yeah.
flowers. So
Very fun.
yeah,
That's exciting.
I love this one. And periwinkle is my favorite color, which I consider a purple because it's a purpley blue. So this is kind of really my sweet spot with this.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
Exciting.
one of my other ones this week, I'll have one that I start next Sunday. Yeah. Um, so I have already stitched Boris, and I will be stitching Olga by Plum Street
Mhm.
Samplers.
So funny.
And what I've done with this is I put it all on 32 count jack-o'-lantern by Exceedingly Designs. And I'm just doing the floss as called for. So, oh, I've got it backwards. I showed you Olga. I've already done Olga. Darn it. My brain won't do it. I will be
Okay.
doing Boris.
Ah, okay.
And Boris is going to go this way on this side.
Oh,
I've
so
already
funny.
started his little sunflower there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's gonna be so
So
fun.
I love this. And really, this will probably stay out in October. I don't know why. I think it feels like,
Jack-o'-lantern.
oh, okay. Okay. It feels a little, fallish to me, and just
Mhm.
he doesn't have any of those things, but they're so cute.
Yes, I love that.
And I finished her, I want to say last year during October.
Mm,
And I put in those few little stitches so that he would still be a whip.
nice.
And then I haven't had it out since October. So that's two of them. And this one, it's funny, we made book sleeves out of this Maine fabric, but I have this in a bag from Fat Cat Flossing. You
Mhm.
can watch her floss tubes, but on Instagram, she will every once in a while put up bags that she's made. And I loved this fabric so much. And then she chose this cute orange to go with it. She does a really nice job finishing these, and I love it. So
Yeah,
it's
so
perfect
cool.
for this one, my silly kitty bag. And then I think, I'll start one next Sunday. So I'll show you next Sunday what I'm starting on the first day of fall. And
Okay.
it will be really funny because it has nothing to do with fall.
I
But
can't wait.
it will take me to my last three samplers of the month
Hmm.
because we're that close.
I know. September's just flown by.
So my other plan needs to be to figure out what in the heck I can finish before the end of the
Mhm.
month. And when am I going to throw that in?
Who knows?
That may have to be like Sunday football stitching or something.
Perfect.
I know that I have Welcome Spring
Mhm.
almost finished, and I could pull that out and see if I can get through the rest of it. Um, and that would be a quick one. It's a small thing, but I
Yeah,
just need to finish for the month.
right, right. And you're pushing me to have a finish every month because that wasn't a thing for me. But now I'm like, I have to have a finish this month too. What am I going to
I
do?
think you figured out that you had a finish like every month for the first
Uh-huh.
few months of the year. And then it's like, oh my gosh, I'm addicted. I have to have one.
If I can finish in the month I had a baby, surely I can finish something every month.
Oh, and you had him smack in the middle, didn't you?
No, he's on the fifth.
Oh,
So,
at the beginning. I was trying to
mhm.
decide. No, you didn't make it to tax day. We joked about that if you made it to
Yeah.
tax day. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, no, he didn't quite make it there. That was my due date, but he wanted to
Yeah.
come.
So, yeah. I mean, that's a soft goal for me, but it's
Hmm.
something that I feel like pushes me to make sure that I pull something out that is close to a finish instead of just letting it sit there.
Right, right.
I also have present blessings from hands-on design, and
Hmm.
I have to do, because I work from the bottom up, I have to do the kind of busy up and down border at the top, and then it would be done.
Mm. So you just got to pull one out.
Yes, I do. And also I figured out, I told Keisha this week that I am sitting at 148 whips. So that's kind of cool. I just
Yeah.
have to keep it under 150. So I do need to get some finishes so that I stay down there. And then I'll have my next goal to get it down. It was at 142, and I thought something has to be wrong with this. There's no way I have 142. Well, yeah, I hadn't listed a bunch of the pieces I had started this year.
Oh, gotcha.
So anyway, that's where I am. And I feel like I've been rambling a lot. How about you?
Yeah, and we've already talked about what fall shenanigans we want to get up to, and you let us know what fall shenanigans you get up to.
Yes. So then there's really nothing else left to say except bye.
Bye. Have a good week.